The air between Oliver and me felt heavy, weighed down by the things we weren't saying. Every glance, every half-finished sentence seemed to carry an unspoken question. How did we get here? I couldn't keep pretending everything was fine. The tension had grown unbearable, and it was clear that our usual approach of sweeping things under the rug wasn't going to work this time. If we wanted to move forward, if I wanted to keep us from falling apart, we needed help. It was Oliver who suggested the workshop.
It's focused on communication.
He said one evening, sliding the brochure across the table.
It might help us figure things out.
I stared at the brochure, the glossy pictures of smiling couples looking almost absurd in their optimism. Part of me bristled at the idea. Wasn't I supposed to be good at communication? But deep down, I knew he was right. We needed a lifeline, and maybe this could be it. The workshop was held at a cozy retreat center just outside the city. As we drove there, the silence between us was deafening. I wanted to say something, to fill the void, but the words wouldn't come. Instead, I stared out the window, watching the scenery blur into a mosaic of greens and browns. When we arrived, the facilitator, a warm and perceptive woman named Clara, greeted us with a smile that felt almost disarming.
You're here because you care about your relationship,
she said during the opening session.
and that's a powerful first step.
Her words gave me a flicker of hope. Maybe we could fix this. The exercises started off simple enough. Active listening, sharing affirmations, practicing gratitude. But as the day went on, the activities became more challenging. One exercise involved sitting face-to-face, holding eye contact for a full minute without speaking. It sounded easy, but as I looked into Oliver's eyes, I felt exposed, as though he could see all the doubts and fears I worked so hard to hide.
What did you see?
Clara asked when the exercise ended. I hesitated, unsure how to put it into words. I saw how much he cares, I said finally, and how much I've been taking that for granted. Oliver's hand brushed against mine, a small but reassuring gesture.
I saw how much she's struggling,
He said quietly.
and how I've been making it harder for her without realizing it.
His honesty made my chest tighten. It was the first time in weeks that I felt like we were truly seeing each other. Another exercise involved writing down our fears and sharing them aloud. My hands shook as I read mine. I'm afraid of losing myself in this relationship. I'm afraid of becoming someone I don't recognize, someone who's too scared to chase what she wants. Oliver listened without interrupting, his expression unreadable. When it was his turn, his voice was steady but soft.
I'm afraid of not being enough for her. Of her realizing that she wants something I can't give.
The room was quiet as his words hung in the air, raw and vulnerable. I reached for his hand, gripping it tightly. You are enough, I whispered. I just don't always know how to show you that. By the end of the workshop, I felt emotionally drained, but also lighter, as though some of the weight we'd been carrying had finally lifted. Clara gave us a list of tools to take home: communication techniques, conflict resolution strategies, ways to nurture intimacy. But more than that, she gave us hope. On the drive back, Oliver and I talked. Not about surface-level things like work or plans for the week, but about the workshop, about what we'd learned, about what we wanted for our future. It felt like a breakthrough, like we were finally starting to understand each other in a way we hadn't before. That night, as we lay in bed, I turned to him. Do you think we can do this? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He didn't hesitate.
I do,
He said, pulling me close.
but it's going to take work.
And he was right. The workshop was just the beginning. The real work started the moment we got home, in the small, everyday moments where we'd have to choose each other over our fears, our insecurities, our differences. It wouldn't be easy, but for the first time in a long time, I believed it was possible.